about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really...
Hello friends and enemies, welcome back to Happy For Now. It's me, Izzy, here with my manga wrap up for April. So we had 30 and 30 last month, which means I did read a lot of manga. A total of 32 volumes, a mix of digital and physical. So let's get right into it. I'm going to tell you about each one I read, what I thought of it, all that fun stuff. Alright, so I did DNF one manga this month, and that was a manga arc I got from Kodansha through NetGalley. That would be Dawn of the Witch. I just didn't like this. It was so fan servicey and not my cup of tea that after 10 pages I decided to DNF it instead of give it like a 2-star rating. Don't love to do that, but sometimes you have to. Next, I did read Komi Can't Communicate Volume 9, which I still really like Komi, and I like the story that's happening here where she's trying to make friends and she struggles to talk to people, and we have like a slight romance unfolding, but it's getting too repetitive. I did just get volume 10 and 11 back from the library. I accidentally returned them early before 30 and 30. I didn't mean to, but it happens. So I just got them back from the library, and I'm probably going to give them a try and maybe get caught up and then not come back to Komi for a few months. I'm just not sure. Let me know if you're still reading it, where you're sitting with it right now, because I really can't make up my mind. I gave volume 9 like 4 stars. I thought it was really cute overall. I don't reach for it, and that's the problem. Next, I read Lovesick Ellie, volume 1. I had this digitally and I got it on sale. I really liked this volume. I give it like a 3.5. I think it's a lot of setup for a first book in a series, of course, and I know the story is going to go a lot of different places once I get further along in it. So I'm really, really liking it, and I think that this has just been a really cute first volume in which Ellie has Ellie has a like Twitter account where she writes these fake romances between her and her fake boyfriend, who's like somebody at her school. They find out about it, they start fake dating. It's very cute. It's very, very cute. I'm liking it a lot, but I'm just curious. I think I'm gonna collect it physically as it comes out now, since the physical editions are releasing in the States now, instead of it only being a digital title. Next, I read Love and Heart, volume 1. I got this digitally as well. I decided to pick this up because it sounded like a thriller dark romance situation happening, and you know I love that sort of thing, so I immediately was interested, and it definitely is that. So she goes to college. I don't remember the character names. She's going to college, and her old neighbor, supposedly old neighbor, moves back to town and is gonna stay with her, and there's some really, really suspicious things going on, and you definitely don't trust him and his motives. So I read 4 volumes of Something's Wrong With Us. So volume 1, we find out more of the backstory, of course, about our 2 characters. Her mom is found with his dad the night before his dad's found dead, and they work at like a fancy sweets place where they make these different candies that are like traditional Japanese candies. She ends up following in her mom's footsteps to become a master at making these, and he asks that they run into each other and has her come to the family house to marry him. Now we have to note that our hero has no idea that she is the friend, so we're watching a lot of like tension build throughout this, and it just gets so good. But yeah, these are the 4 volumes, and this is so good. This is a great darker thriller romance mystery situation. She's trying to figure out who framed her mom and what was really happening, who really killed his dad. He's trying to get back like the family, he's trying to be worthy of the family name from his grandfather and all this stuff. Really, really good. I really like the series. I'm holding because I heard volume 5 ends on a really bad cliffhanger, so instead of reading that right now, I'm waiting, and I will read volume 5 and 6 together when those come out. When 6 comes out, I think in June. Then I read Yona of the Dawn, volume 29. As always, Yona is my favorite. This is a 5-star. All of those were 4.5 to 5 stars for me also, but this was easily a 5-star. I love this series. This is a series that I feel like I could reread over and over and over and over again and just fall more and more in love with it. And I know one day I will do a reread again, maybe later this year, who knows. But I loved volume 30 or 29. We got a great amount of Hawk in this volume, and we are really seeing the story move forward. We definitely are continuing to see the political intrigue fantasy part of this unfold, and we're seeing Yona become Yona is such a different character now in volume 29 than she ever was in any of the other volumes, and I love the sheer volume of growth we're seeing. I love Hawk, I love Yona. I'm happy to be here. Next, I read volume 1 of Chainsaw Man. I read this on the Viz Media app, which is a great resource to read to read mangas. If you're interested in them, then give it a try, because you can read them on your phone or your iPad or your Kindle tablet, probably any of those things. And it's really easy. It's like $1.99 a month. A lot of selection there. This is a horror shonen manga, I think. I think it's shonen. It might be seinen. I'm not positive, but I really liked this. A complete surprise. It is very gory, but also like not so gory that I couldn't read it. And I'm really excited for Tamika over at Library at Homes to check this out, because I think she's gonna love it. And yeah, I did this in a I tried 4 new to me mangas volume 1. So Chainsaw Man was one of them, and I definitely plan to collect it and continue reading it this month. I also read volume 1 of Haikyuu, which I loved. I've watched all of the anime that's out in dub currently. That's just how we ended up watching it. So now we're like in this weird place where we don't want to watch it without the dubs, because, well, the dubs gave us one of my favorite things, which is the P song. I'll insert a clip.
Bathroom, bathroom, I got to pee. I'm gonna sprinkle all my tinkle in the hoity.
All right, so I loved this. I also gave this like a 4 or 5 star, just like Chainsaw Man, 4.5. So good. I want to read more Haikyuu. I want to read the whole series. I want to own them probably. I love Haikyuu immensely. Then we have My Hero Academia volume 1, or My Hero Macadamia, as I like to call it now. This was okay. I gave it like a 3.5. This was a lot of setup for me in a volume 1. And I think this is one where I would rather watch the anime than read the manga for now. And last in that video, I read Tokyo Ghoul volume 1, and I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. I cannot wait to read more Tokyo Ghoul this month. It is high on my priority list. Next, I read, whoops, I've got that backwards. You'd think I would know. Orange volume 1, the omnibus. I ended up reading these digitally, so I actually read them as individual volumes. But I really liked this. I need to read part 2. I'm pretty invested. I think I expected it to be a lot more emotional than it has been for me, because everyone talks about how this one makes them cry. So I'm very curious to see if I actually cry or not. I don't generally cry from a lot of things that I read, so we will have to see. This was a solid like 3.5 to 4.5 star read across the volumes. And I really think if you're curious about manga, this could be a good starting point also, but again, it's a very emotional. Content warning for suicide and death of a parent. Very hard hitting, but very good. Next, we have Blood on the Tracks. I read volume 1 and 2 of. This is a thriller horror manga situation. I've only read 2 volumes. I'm waiting on some more volumes to come from Right Stuff, so that way I can make sure I have like a bunch lined up until I'm caught up. Because from what I can tell, this is one of those series that you want to marathon. This is a very like quick read. I feel like I busted through both these volumes in like 45 minutes. But I also can see myself rereading them. But this follows a boy whose mom loves him a whole bunch. And she just does a lot of things to make sure he's safe. Those things are maybe not okay. His mother just might be a psychopath, literally, or something. Something is going on here. The unthinkable literally happens in volume 2. But yeah, we get to follow this journey, and it is uncomfortable. But I'm really liking it. It's definitely light on the horror so far. I know that there is some body horror coming in volume 3 when I get there. I've been warned. I'm prepared for it. And I think it'll be okay otherwise. Next, I read 2 mangas that we don't have. I think a third comes out this summer. I read volume 1 and volume 2 of My Androgynous Boyfriend. I really liked this. I was worried it would be a little too slice of life for me, because I do find myself bored if there's no plot or anything happening. But these instead follow Meguru, who is like super adorable androgynous boy, and what do you call it? Waco. Yeah, Waco is her name, and they're dating and they've been together since high school, and they're just really, really cute together and just absolutely precious beans. I loved this. I cannot wait for volume 3. If you want like just kind of a fun josei, more adult manga with an androgynous hero and a really adorable girlfriend, this is it. I loved it so much, y'all, seriously. They're just the cutest together, and I adore that. Then I read volumes 1 through 3 of My Senpai is Annoying. As I said in my vlog, when I read these, I related heavily to the shortness. I'm not this short, but I feel this because I feel like everyone around me is tall all the time. Even though I'm not even that short, but like everyone is way taller than me always, especially in like my friend group, but it's fine. So yeah, I really related to these. They were very fun. These are about Igarashi and Takeda, who work together, and they just have this really cute relationship, and they're both like kind of crushing on each other, but they're maybe a little too shy to do anything about it yet. These are just very webtoony feeling, very slice of life. I would kind of like read a chapter and put it down and come back to it, or read a volume and then like the next day read the next volume. I was never in a rush to finish them, but I really, really liked them. They all are solid 4 stars for me. I just think they're the cutest. I also read Otherworldly Iozaki Nobu. This is set in a magical tavern in Japan situation. A style pub literally called a Nobu. It exists in a back alley of the fictional medieval European city. But yeah, it's really, really interesting. I really like the food. I've said it before, I love food and books and manga and animes and all that stuff, so this is really, really fun. And it just made me really hungry. It was really cute. I definitely plan on picking up another volume and giving it a go. It's very unique as far as what it's doing. Then I read Ouran High School Host Club volume 1, which I absolutely loved. I watched the anime back in the day when it had that terrible ending. Oh god, it was so bad. Anyways, love this. Volume 1 was great. It definitely feels a little dated to read compared to like reading some of the newer stuff I've been reading this month, but I really, really enjoyed it. I'm definitely thinking I do need to get the box set, and I would like to read the whole series sooner than later. We'll see how that works out for me. I gave this a solid 4 star though. Next, I read volume 1 of Shortcake Cake. I know this is about to wrap up, which is great, and I realized that the same person who did A Sign of Affection wrote this one. So when I realized that I would probably really enjoy it. But anyways, this is about Ten, who has a 2-hour commute to her high school and moves into the boarding house, and there's gonna be romance and all that fun stuff, and it's really, really cute, and I love the food in this one as well. I gave this a solid 4-star rating, and I really, really honestly just can't wait to see how the story's gonna unfold, and it's definitely going on my, like, when I go on a surprise manga shopping trip, this is on the list to get. Next, I read Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, volume 1. This is a sapphic or yuri workplace manga. This is a really, really cute. This is about a girl who, so she loves makeup and throws herself into all this stuff and is like trying to date men, but she's not happy, and this is her coworker who is like taking care of her little sister and is more herself, I guess, not trying to put on like a fake identity or a mask to pretend to be someone else. So yeah, she starts forming a relationship with her. It's very, very cute. They eat donuts together on a bench, and it was just adorable. I'm excited to see where this goes. I don't really know where it's headed yet. Definitely so far a slow build. Nothing's happening between them. They're just kind of getting to know each other. Then I read Spy X Family volume 2. I loved this. I love this series. I talked about it in my haul. I decided to start picking it up physically because I was really enjoying it, and I thought it would be fun to own them. Plus, I love these covers. They're very different from other mangas, so they feel very minimalistic in a way, and in a way that I really like. So this is about a master spy who puts together a fake family to infiltrate a elite school to help take down a target. And things just don't go like he expects them to ever. Then I also read volume 1 of The King's Beast. This is about an Asian boy who has like ears and stuff, like they have like ears and a tail, is undercover and trying to figure out a mystery is what I'll tell you. I don't want to spoil this volume because I felt like the reveals were really good, but it's about siblings and they're trying to solve a mystery. I'm gonna tell you that much, and it's really, really intriguing. Really love the art. I've read some of Ray Tomo before, the artist for this, the mangaka, but I haven't read the full series, so I definitely think I'm going to read this and circle back and also probably finish The Water Dragon's Bride. Then I read volume 7 of Blue Flag, which continues to be my favorite. If you aren't reading Blue Flag, get on it. It ends in June, so you're like literally could catch up and be done with the series very quickly. This is about a group of 4 friends that are all in love with different people in that friend group and how that works, how that unfolds, the pressure of being LGBTQ and coming out to people and how to tell your friend you're in love with them. So good. Such great conversations. This one is a very conversation heavy volume around a lot of issues and topics, and I thought it was a really, really well done, and I'm sad it's gonna be over, but I'm also hopeful it's gonna end in a way I like. All right, and then the last 2 digital volumes I read were arcs. So I read Blue Lock volume 1, which I gave 3 stars. I will not be continuing this series. This is a soccer manga. I was just trying other sports mangas. I'm curious after reading volume 1 of Haikyuu to find other sports mangas that I like. This was not it for me. I was bored, to be honest with you. Like, I just was not very engaged by the story, so I gave it 3 stars and quickly moved on from it. I also read those Snow White notes, which I also gave like a 3.5, 4. I'm debating if I want to continue reading the series or not. I'm not really sure. I didn't love the art in this one, to be honest with you. I thought the story was interesting. It's about a boy who like he loses his ability to make music, like to play his instrument, and he like runs away to Tokyo. He meets this girl. It's really cute, but I kind of think I want to see what other people think of it as it goes here before I decide to continue or not. But it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. Blue Lock is like a definite no. This is in the like very much a maybe camp for me. So those are the 32 volumes I read this month. Let me know what your favorite manga was that you read in the month of April, and if you participated in 30 and 30, be sure to tag me if you post a wrap up anywhere so I can make sure to watch it. And if you didn't, just let me know your favorite manga. And if you don't want to do that, if neither of those options are good enough for you and you just want to leave an emoji, you can drop a sunflower emoji in the comments or a flower of your choice. Take your pick, but sunflowers are my request today. There are links to all of the mangas I talked about in this video in that description box, with links to Amazon and Right Stuff, because I do have an affiliate link there if you want to pick up any of these books from there. I'll just get a tiny commission from any purchase you make. You can also find links to Be My Friend anywhere on the internet down there if you want to do that. And I will see y'all in just a few days. Bye.
Come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.